Hello guys, hi. This is me trying to make rice and peas and fish sauce. I used tilapia with a bone in it for my sauce. So this is where I am trying to season it and coat every bit of it with some seasoning. If you don't like fish with bones in it, please try anything of your choice. Chicken, boneless fish, any choice of protein, guys. You can use it for this recipe. Okay, so I'm trying to coat each and every fish. And I'm gonna let it sit for maybe 10 minutes so the season can go inside the fish. So I have ginger, I have tomatoes, I have cloves, and I have habanero pepper. I have only one, and some onions. So if you don't like spicy, please don't use that a whole habanero. You can maybe use half of it because the cloves also has some spiciness to it. Guys, cloves are very good. If you're somebody who has problem with cold and coughing and all that, just try and incorporate that in your meals, and trust me, you love it. You was like, oh yeah, that's so good. So blending it actually looks really pale. The tomatoes are not red at all. Anyway, I'm going to be adding tomato paste to it in my sauce. So well, we just gonna deal with it right now. So I'm blending it, and I'm about to start with some onions sliced and some garlic. So I'm frying the onions and I'm putting in some garlic. I love my garlic. I don't cook without garlic. So yeah, I always do cook with garlic. It's healthy for your immune system. And I'm gonna let it fry to get translucent, and I'll be adding some tomato paste. So I used about 2 scoops of tomato paste for the sauce. Basically, the food is more like a tomato base, sauce. So the tomato paste will help it to thicken, and you make the stew looks, how bright red this looks. Very, very bright red. Since my blended tomatoes looks pale, so this is gonna help it. Yeah, it's gonna help it look really beautiful. So I'm just gonna let this tomato paste fry for a minute, just to get all the taste out of it, because when they can all these foods, it comes with some stuff. So I'm just gonna let it fry so I can get that can taste out of it. So I fried it for about two minutes. Let it fry for 2 minutes before you add the blended tomato sauce to it. Look at that. It's looking amazing. Keep stirring. At this point, you don't need to leave it. It's gonna burn. You have to keep stirring it. Keep stirring, keep stirring, keep stirring it. To prevent any burning. Because if you leave it, it's gonna burn. Just keep stirring it. See how I'm doing it. I'm stirring it. I'm stirring it. And I'm gonna be adding that tomato sauce pretty soon. Alrighty, it looks really good. Ooh, I love it. So my tomato sauce will be added to this pretty thing right here. There you go. There you go. There you go. There you go. So I'm gonna let it put everything in there, cover it, and let it simmer. So that being said, let that tomato sit and cook through. You want all the juices to evaporate. Tomato comes with has some liquids, and onion itself also has some liquids in it. So let it evaporate. Let it evaporate. And whilst I'm doing that, I'm just gonna go look at my fish and see what we can do with that fish too. So the fish is frying, and we're frying that fish. Gonna fry it to look like a more like a brown, you know, texture. You know, want that browning of that fish. Then now my stew is ready. I put in some shrimp Maggi cube. Yeah, shrimp Maggi cube. Okay, see how thick that is? It's because of the tomato paste. And I put some Knorr in there. Knorr chicken flavor. I always have this in handy in my house. It actually makes your food taste good. I know it comes in other flavors like beef and all that, but I like the chicken. So I put some of the chicken in there. And at this point, taste your stew and make sure the salt is okay and to your liking. I didn't put any salt in it because the shrimp and the Knorr seasoning has salt in it. So I didn't put no salt in it. You just have to be careful how much salt you eat. God, it's not good. So right now it looks good. I'm about to put our fish. I think my fish is done right now. So I'm going to be putting my fish inside it and let it simmer for about 10 minutes. Cover it and let it simmer for 10 minutes. So I'm digging my fish in there. And I'm putting my fish. I'm going to make sure I coat every bit of the fish with the sauce. That's my fish head. I don't go without my fish head, guys. I always like my fish head. You know, some people don't like fish head, which is okay. But I like fish head, and you know, with the bones in it, you have to be careful when you are eating it. If you are not somebody who is patient when eating fish, you don't buy fish with bones. Just buy boneless fish just to save yourself the headache, because when you're eating something like this, you gotta be very patient and be very careful so you don't choke yourself with any bones. So yeah, so that's all it is. Look at it, how beautiful that looks. That's my rice back there too. It looks nice. That's black eyed pea and rice cooked with coconut milk. Yeah, it's so amazing. So I'm ready to cover this and let it simmer. At this point, I put it on low heat just to let it simmer for few minutes, maybe 5 or 10 minutes. I'm just gonna let it sit so the sauce can, the fish can soak up some of the sauce, and it looks so good. The aroma at this point, trust me, guys, just try this meal and let me know what you think. It doesn't really take time at all. When you have everything together, just put it together. There's no formula for cooking, guys. I haven't been in a culinary school, but this is my local homemade cooking. There's no formula. So long as you put everything together and they come out okay, it's cooking.